All right, let's dive into one of the greatest, most gut-wrenching stories ever written, Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. It's an unforgettable story about passionate love, terrible luck, and what happens when hate goes way too far. So, check this out. Shakespeare starts the play by telling us the ending, right away. He calls them star-crossed lovers, which basically means they are doomed by fate. He's not trying to hide it. This isn't a spoiler, it's the whole point. We're not watching to find out if they die. We're watching to see how it all falls apart. So, here's how we're going to break it all down. We'll look at the ancient grudge, that electric moment of love at first sight, their secret marriage, the moment it all goes wrong, and finally, that one last desperate plan. Okay, first up, a grudge foretold. Picture this, the beautiful city of Verona. But under all that beauty, there's this ancient grudge that's just poisoning everything. It's a nasty, long-running feud between the two most powerful families in town. In one corner, you've got the Montagues. That's Romeo's family. And in the other, the Capulets, which is Juliet's family. And believe me, this isn't just some polite disagreement. It's an all-out war that has sucked in everyone, from hot-headed cousins like Tybalt right down to the servants. Now, when we first meet our hero, Romeo, he isn't fighting. He's this super dramatic teenager moping about a girl named Rosalind who won't give him the time of day. He uses these amazing phrases like brawling love and loving hate. It's like he's saying love feels like a fight, which honestly is the perfect setup for this entire play. But Romeo's whole world is about to get flipped upside down. He and his friends decide to crash a party at the Capulets' house. Yep, the home of their mortal enemies, because he's hoping to see Rosalind there. And boom, the second he sees Juliet, it's like, Rosalind who? Never heard of her. It's electric, it's instantaneous, it's honest-to-goodness love at first sight. And in that one moment, everything changes. And this right here, this is the core of the whole problem. Juliet feels it too. She's totally swept away. But then she finds out who he is. A Montague. Imagine that feeling. You find the one, only to discover they're the one person on earth you're supposed to hate. And this leads us to the balcony scene. You know the one, that famous line, "Wherefore art thou Romeo?" She's not asking where he is, she's asking why. Why is he Romeo Montague? But you know what? She decides she doesn't care. A name is just a name. Their love is what's real. And right then and there, they decide to be together no matter what. So what do you do when you're crazy in love, but your families hate each other? Well, if you're Romeo and Juliet, you don't wait. You decide to get married. Like, immediately. In secret, of course. Romeo runs to the one person he thinks might help, Friar Laurence. Now the friar? He's skeptical, for sure. This is all happening way too fast. But then he gets this idea. A kind of brilliant political idea. Maybe, just maybe, this secret marriage could be the thing that finally ends the fighting. But even as he agrees to help, he drops this major warning. Wisely and slow, they stumble that run fast. It's like he's begging Romeo, hey, pump the brakes, kid. And wow, is that some serious foreshadowing for what's about to happen? And that hope for peace? Yeah, it lasts for about 5 minutes. The heat is rising in Verona, tempers are short, and you can just feel it. That ancient grudge is about to explode. This is the point of no return. So here's how it all goes down. Juliet's cousin Tybalt, still furious about the party, finds Romeo in the street. But Romeo refuses to fight. He's secretly related to Tybalt now. His best friend Mercutio thinks he's being a coward and steps in. The fight goes horribly wrong, and Tybalt kills Mercutio. And just like that, Romeo's grief and rage just explodes. He attacks Tybalt and kills him. Mercutio's last words are just chilling. He curses both the Montagues and the Capulets. Remember, he's not part of either family. He's just caught in the middle of their pointless hate. His curse pretty much becomes the prophecy for the rest of the play. And get this, the timing is just devastating. Romeo has been Juliet's husband for 1 hour, a single hour. And in that time, he becomes the killer of his wife's cousin. Any hope that their marriage could bring peace is just gone, smashed to pieces. So what's the punishment? Not death, but something that feels like it, banishment. Romeo is kicked out of Verona. If he ever sets foot in the city again, he'll be killed on sight. He's totally cut off from Juliet. So Romeo's gone. And for Juliet, things are about to go from bad to worse. Way worse. Her parents, who have no clue she's married, decide the best way to cheer her up is to marry her off to this nobleman, Paris. And the wedding is in 3 days. I mean, look at her options. They are both impossible. She can either betray Romeo and live a lie for the rest of her life, or she can refuse, and her own father threatens to throw her out on the street to starve and die. What do you even do in that situation? In total desperation, she runs back to Friar Laurence, and he comes up with this wild, crazy, high-stakes plan. It involves a sleeping potion that will make her look dead for 42 hours. But everything, I mean everything, hinges on one little thing: a letter explaining the plan getting to Romeo in time. And this is where it all goes so horribly, tragically wrong. The letter, it never makes it. Instead, Romeo hears the wrong news. He hears that Juliet is dead, for real. Absolutely shattered, he buys poison, rushes back to Verona, and finds her in the family tomb. He thinks she's gone forever, so he drinks the poison and dies right beside her. And the most heartbreaking part, he dies moments, literally moments, before she starts to wake up. She opens her eyes, sees her dead husband, and does the only thing she can think of. She takes his dagger and ends her life too. So what was it in the end? Fate? A string of terrible choices? You know, the real tragedy here isn't just that they died. It's that their love, which was so powerful, actually could have been the one thing to finally bring peace. But in the end, it was extinguished by the very same hate that it came from, leaving everyone to wonder what might have been.